Well, you join me at Monk Lakes. I'm on Lake Snipe again, but I'm doing something a bit different on this session. Now, I'm already set up, I've got a bivvy set up, rods all ready to go, but I'm here to do a challenge. Now, this challenge is gonna be an interesting one, and it's also going to be very difficult because the fishing on this lake hasn't been that great recently. So I'm pushing myself to the limit to try and catch a couple of carp in this challenge. So yeah, I'm going to have to really give it my all. I've managed to bag myself the best swim on the lake, well, one of the best anyway at this time. So first things first, I'm going to tell you what the challenge is. It's all about 3 different buckets with 3 different baiting approaches in them. So one is got little pellets, solid bag basically method, and small hook baits. I've got 3 different hook baits in there. I've given myself 3 hook baits I think might get me a chance of getting a bite in those. Another baiting approach is just boilies with wafter hook baits. I've got 3 different wafter hook baits to choose from. I can use one or I can use all. It really depends on what I feel like doing. And the last baiting approach is going to be particle, just particle in there, and I've got 2 hook bait choices for particle as well. So I didn't have a third option for that one, I'm afraid. I couldn't think of anything else to put in there, but literally it's 3 different baiting approaches in 3 identical buckets, so I've got to select one at random and then just get on and go do some fishing, hopefully catch a decent carp. I've also got to try and catch a carp bigger than 18 pound on each baiting approach, then I can move on and grab another one. So first thing is, let's grab a bucket. So let's go over to the buckets and pick my baiting approach. Come on in. Well, here are the 3 buckets. Look, I said they're identical. I can't tell what's in them. Obviously I put the bait in them, obviously. I think first things first, I'm just gonna pick the middle one. Why not? All right, let's find out what's in it. Okay, solid bags. This is literally just small pellets. I've got 3 different hook baits in there to try. And I've made up a few bags just so I can get going. Yeah, I think solid bags is gonna be all right. I think it's a great start to the session fishing solid bags. You can always get bonus bites at the beginning, but the only problem I've got is there's a lot of roach in here and some big ones as well, and I'm probably more likely to hook a couple of them before I hook a carp. But I've got a good swim and it looks really good at the moment, so I reckon I've just got to get going. There's a good chance of getting a bite very quickly. Let's get them solid bags out and hopefully catch a carp big than 18 pound, then I can move on to one of the other baiting approaches. So let's get going. Just managed to get my 3rd rod in, all sorted, on the dance floor, on the spot. I'm happy. If you're wondering about the swim I'm in, it's pretty much one big island. That's it. There's not much features out there. I've literally just covered it with solid bags, one to the right, one to the left, one in the centre. It's looking really promising. Conditions are a bit hot, but I still think there's a good chance of getting a quick bite. So let's get this rod back on the rest and hopefully we can get a bite straight away and get this challenge up and running. Oh. Oh. Just nice to have rods out now. Been here for a few hours filming and everything, so it's nice to get the rods all out, and hopefully I'll get a bite soon on solid bags. That'd be really, really good, wouldn't it? Probably wondering what I'm using in the solid bag. They're very, very small, mostly halibut pellets I put in there because I like it to be really fishy. Also, I put a little stick mix at the bottom, and that is a fishy stick mix with chili in it. It's chili powder. I always put chili powder in it, and it always done particularly well on one day when I put chili powder in it. I thought I'd have a go, and ever since then I have just always put it in there because it's always done me more bites. It's always giving me that edge. So you're probably wondering what hook baits I'm also using. I've got 3 different hook baits to choose from that I've picked over a little sort of thinking about what hook baits are going to be the best at this time of year on this particular lake, just to give me more of a chance of getting a bite. I've pretty much put yellow pop-ups in there because they do like their yellow in here. I've also got pink pop-ups, little 12 millers, because they do love their pinks, but mostly late autumn, winter really. But I thought I'd bring with me, maybe I'll give me a bonus bite, you never know. So that's why I brought them with me and put them in the bait package. Also, I've got a mixture of 3 different types of dumbbell wafters. Now they look like a pellet, just a bigger pellet. So I still think that might give me my best chance of getting a bite. I don't think that the bright hook baits will be that great at the moment. It's a bit early. You know, we're pretty much just come out to summer and just slightly going into autumn now. So it's like bright hook baits, they might work, they may not. So yeah, I've got a couple of different hook baits in there. I've made up a load of bags ready to go, so they've all got different hook baits in them, and I'm just going to find out which one gets me the bite. If it ends up being small, at least I know what is the colour or what is the dumbbell or whatever it is that's working. So thought I'd try a couple of different things, see what works, and if it turns out the first one's £18, then we're done, aren't we? We can move on. Yeah, so it's looking really good. The wind is absolutely hacking in as well. It's changed direction since I've been here, and now it's absolutely hacking in like sidewards. Originally it was coming at me, but it's sort of changed already. I expected it to change. It does. The wind changes constantly here. I've had it change like 4 to 5 times in a day. So yeah, it does change quite a lot. Also, it's always windy on these lakes, always windy. So yeah, apart from the wind being a little annoying, it does look really carpy, looks really good. Hopefully I'll get a bite soon. Well, I finally managed to get a bite. I've been here for 4 hours. And I finally managed to get a bite. And I think it's over £18. I will weigh it now and then I'll show you. It's a mirror as well, which I'm really happy with, because I thought it was going to end up being commons because there's a lot of them in here. And I'm glad it's a mirror. Let's go wait. Well, there you go. There he is. Just under £21. That's over £18. I can move on and get another bucket of bait. So yeah, pretty good for the solid bags. I'm well happy with that. It's actually on a little dumbbell. So matching the sort of pellets, you know, making it look like a pellet kind of thing, definitely worked. Started off with bright hook baits, thought that was the one, like pink and yellow. And then I moved on to match hatch ones and it worked. So yes. Oh, Can't believe it. What a start. Right, let's get it back and change baits. Right, let's finally get him back. Yeah, go on, mate. Yes! First one done. Well, now that I've got the carp back in the water, I can finally pick another bucket. The reason I'm doing this in the bivvy, by the way, it looks ridiculously dark out there and it looks like it's about to absolutely chuck it down. It looks, yeah, it doesn't look great. So I'll pick it in the bivvy. That's all right. I mean, I've got the buckets right here. Look, there's one, and then I think the other one's quite heavy. And there's the other. All right, 2 buckets. Yeah, I'm pretty tired now. Oh, just all happened all at once. So I'm just yeah, thrown all over the place at the moment. But I'm ready to pick another bucket. I think I'm gonna pick this one. Now, I think I've just guessed what this is. By the way, I know you probably think, oh, he's cheating. He's cheating. Well, I did set up these bait packages myself. No one else did this, but I've just realised this one's quite heavy and I think I know what this is, so I'd rather have this one. Okay, so I'm just going to open it anyway. Oh, it's the particle. So it's particle. Basically this is like a party mix, as it were. Yeah, so it's got like maize and other things in it. I am going to pimp it up though as well. I have got some chili, sort of oily chili liquid with me, and I'm going to pour a little bit of that in and mix it in just before I spot it out, just so there's something extra in there. I've also got hook baits with this. Now I have got tiger nuts. Now there is no tiger nuts in the main mix of particle because I forgot. I completely forgot about tiger nuts. I was like, oh no. But you know what, they might stand out over it. It's not the same as the ones that are actually in there. It's not the same as the particle. It's slightly bigger. Maybe it might work, you never know. And the other one is a jar of soaked maize. Now this is in a special, like, different flavour. And like I said, the tiger nuts are also in a different flavour as well, so they stand out over the particle. Because the particle's going to have one flavour, these are going to have different flavour. It makes a little difference. But yeah, so I'm going to get to it. I've got to just change to lead clips and Ronnie rigs, and I've already tied up some hook baits for these as well, which are in these pots. I've tied them up and put them on top. They're for the Ronnie rig, little kicker on it already set up, just so it's easier for me to just quickly hook them on and cast them out. I literally put them yesterday together, so they're not going to be funny or anything. Yeah, so the plan is to get going, I suppose. Right, let's get going again. I've already worked out the distances that I want for the rods as well. So I've just got to work out exactly what I'm going to do with them once I'm, while I'm preparing my bait, and obviously getting them cast out there. I can figure out what I want to do. I think I'm going to put 2 on one spot and then 1 on the other and see how it goes, because there's 2 areas out there that always produce, and they're the ones that I thought would produce this time, and it did. It was the middle of the island. That's where I'm thinking about putting 2 rods, because I can put 2 different hook baits on one bait spot, and then the end of the island hasn't done a bite yet. That's to the right. I think I might do just a single tiger nut with a bit of bait over it. I think that's going to be really cool. The other rod, I did try a flick around the other side of the island, and I also tried on water and nothing happened. So, so yeah, all I've got to do is pimp up this mix with a little bit of liquid, get my lead clips all sorted and get them out there, and hopefully we'll catch a carp soon, but it is quite late at the moment. I think it's nearly 6 o'clock now. It gets dark in about an hour or so, hour and a half. So it's probably more likely I'm going to get a bite at night, but I'm going to keep going, got one done, never know, might get this done quick, and we can move on to the next one. I have got 24 hours, which I've given myself to do this challenge, so you know, a little bit more time than just in a day, I suppose. So let's get going. Ugh. Well, rods are all in once again. It looked really promising, it looked really good, and I had to wait 4 hours for a take. Yeah, way behind my schedule that I thought would happen. You know, I thought that I'd get a bite pretty quick and then I'd have to focus on something else a bit more. But I'm finally sorted out anyway. All the spomming has been done, put in about 10 spoms over the 2 rods and 6 or 7 over the single rod that's towards the end of the island. Tiger nut on 2 and the 3rd one is on maize. I've put cork in the tiger nuts and a little bit of cork underneath the maize just to give it a bit more buoyancy because it's on a Ronnie rig. But yeah, pretty happy with everything at the moment. Spobbing did go a little bit chaos because the wind absolutely got up. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, everything looked like it was going to take off. The wind just went from like 10 miles an hour to like 15 or 20 miles an hour instantly, like crazy. It was blowing straight at me and I had to stop for a little bit while I was spomming, but managed to get it all sorted. His wind's calming down a little bit now, so yeah, pretty good. Yeah, all on the money, happy with everything. It's getting dark in a little bit. Look, it's going dark already. It's starting to go. So yeah, maybe I'll get my bite in the night, and then I can move on and pick the last bucket, which is boilies. So yeah, I think it'd be a good one, boilies. I've got a good idea to try if I get round to it. Something a bit different than just flicking out boilies. So we'll talk about that once I've caught the carp over 18 pound. But yeah, looking forward to the night, see what happens, see what it brings, and hopefully we can get a decent carp, because you know, good start on that. That's a well above average size, so it's a good start, and hopefully the next one's really big, because that'd be really good. All it has to be is over 18 pounds and I'll take it. Oh, it's a 30 pounder, oh no. I'll take that, definitely. Apparently 1 or 2 30s have already come out, so yeah, never know. But I'll be happy with moving on and yeah, getting the challenge done. Hopefully by the morning I can get it done, that'd be really good. Yeah, so I'll see what happens. Well, good morning. I'm afraid it's not such a great morning. Nothing last night at all. Completely nothing. Apart from a few indications, and I was like, could be the roach. I said they might be bothering me on solid bags, they didn't. And yes, of course it was. They've ripped off my maize off my
The only one on maize has been ripped off, and one of my tiger nut baits was playing around so much last night that I just thought, oh, I'll just keep it going, you know, maybe because it was on the spot and everything, and then the small one reeled it in, blunt hook. So they've been playing with that all night. Yeah, I can't believe it really. Yeah, that's why nothing happened overnight. Maybe I had too many roach in the swim, they've eaten most of the particle out there, and you know, that might have happened. Bit of an issue, but you know, it's got a lot of roach in here. They did net this like at the beginning of the year, and they said, oh, there wasn't many roach in here. I'm like, yeah, there's loads. Clearly they couldn't find them in the net somehow, even though there's hundreds in here. But you know, I think there's a chance of small indicator bite. All 3 rods are all recast, back on the money, except for the last rod that was on maize. I've actually moved it a little bit more further along, so it's got its own separate spot, as it were, instead of having 2 in one area. And I've tipped it off of a plastic corn this time, so they might not be able to pull the plastic corn off as easy as pulling a bit of maize off, because it was just a bit of maize with a bit of cork underneath it, and yeah, it's ripped off the maize. But plastic corn on top of it hopefully should solve that problem. But I'm happy with everything else. I'm happy with the spots. I'm literally happy with the spots. That one I just slightly altered, but that's about it really. I'm pretty much happy with them. I've put a few more spots over the top. You know, not going crazy with the bait. I don't think there's much bait left from last night, because I think the roach absolutely decimated it. That's what I'm guessing anyway. Yeah, not much happening at the moment, but I am confident that there's a bite to be had. If not, there is bays in here that have got no one fishing in them, and sometimes they do move into the bays. There's one right and one to the left, and they're quite shallow. But they do move in there if there's any pressure in the middle, and there's 3 anglers on the other side, and they basically all got 3 rods each, and they're just like, you know, we are literally fishing all in the centre, and those ends are not getting anything. And yesterday I did hear a few splashes to my right, so that's definitely an area I might have a look at this morning. If I see one roll or show or something, maybe I might reel them in and go and have a little flick out for one of them. But usually in this lake, that doesn't always pay off. It's all about just knowing the spots, putting the bait over the top of it, and just hoping that they will turn up at some point. It's not really a sort of runs water, as it were. You know, you get 5 or 6 bites over a 24-hour session is usually pretty good. Good session. But so far I've only had 1, and it's a bit disappointing really. I thought that I was at least going to have 2 yesterday, so it's a bit slower than I thought it would be, but it has been slow recently on here. I've had a couple of really good sessions on here, and a couple of terrible sessions where I've blanked or scraped out one or something. So yeah, it's been up and down, but overall it's been really difficult recently. In the last sort of 2 months it's been even more difficult. So at least I've had 1. Let's hope I can get 1 more, and then I've got 1 more bait package to try out the boilies. So yeah, let's just keep going with it and hopefully it happens. If not, I'm gonna have to try and make something happen, and so but we'll see. Well, I'm going for a bit of a wander. Nothing happening in my swim, seems a bit dead. Very quiet, nothing's really happening, so I'm going for a bit of a walk. I'm literally just walking around the corner to the bay. Now it's going to go a bit dark now because the sun's behind. Yeah, you're probably in pitch black now, sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm just having a little walk. I brought some bait with me. I'm going to bait up a margin spot that I know that might produce something. I'm going to give it half an hour and then go and get a rod and chuck it on it and see what happens. This is all I can do really.
I never really know
Well, I cannot believe this. A stalking opportunity down in the bay has paid off. I can't believe this, right? I'm gonna weigh this carp, and if it's over 18 pounds, I've already brought down the boilies with me. So all I gotta do is change from particle to boilies on the same spot, and hopefully I'll get my last carp. If not, if it's not over 18 pounds, then I'll have to stick to particle, won't I? I haven't got very long in the session at all, so let's just weigh this and hopefully it is. Well, there we go. Literally 1 ounce over. So yes, I can move on to boilies. So let's get some boilies out there and hopefully I can do this challenge. So close. And I've only got an hour left in my session as well. So right, let's get it back. The boilie rod in place now. It's just a wafter matching the hatch to the boilies that I'm putting in pretty much. Slightly different flavour, but it looks very similar in colour. I brought about 2 kilos of boilies with me, but I've only put a couple of handfuls in, just crushed up a load and thrown in some whole ones. You never know, it might just suddenly work. I had a really good idea about how I was going to fish boilies on this session. I was going to do crushed, chopped, whole boilies and make a spod mix with a bit of water and a bit of liquid in there as well. I got my little chili oil with me and I was going to mix it all together and make it like a really nice mix and spom it out, and I didn't get a chance to do that. So yeah, I've got what I've got really. I had a good idea about what I was going to do. I've also got 2 other wafters in the bait package as well. One is like a yellow and one is a pink. I think it's spicy squid and creamy scopex, and they're basically pink and yellow. There was only if I felt like I needed colour. But I think at the moment, I think it's all about match the hatching and not making it stand out and making it blend in. I think that seems to be working so far. Also, I didn't mention that I had that bite on the tiger nut. So yes, I didn't have any tiger nuts in the mix, but I still managed to get a bite on it. I had to try a little bit harder for it, but got that bite in the end. So 1 more carp to go. Come on, can I do it? Let's see. Well, I can't believe we got there. Managed to get another bite, absolutely crazy. Yeah, wow. I have no idea if it's 18 pound or not. It does look a little bit bigger than the last one, so I'm hoping it is, but this might be me finishing this challenge. Actually completing it, maybe. Let's just weigh this carp first. There he is, the last carp, and yes, it weighs just over 18 pounds, only 1 ounce bigger than the last carp, somehow. but I managed to do it. I've done the challenge, I completed it. Oh, I can't believe it. I honestly thought this morning that it was dead and buried. It was gone. I was never gonna do it. It was never gonna happen. Come down to this bay, put some bait in, boom, worked. I can't believe it. Oh, it's gonna. Right, oh, get this. Well, I better get this carp back. And all I gotta say is thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, I can't believe I've done it. Yes. Right, let's get you back. Go on then, mate. Go back. Go on. Go on. Go on, mate. Go back. Yeah. Ah, I can't believe it. Yes.